In this video, I'll talk about setting goals, the actions and milestones, along with the success quotient and the mastermind. There are the 5 parts of the Positioning for Success course. 1 is your big why. 2 is removing obstacles. 3 is the mental mastery. 4 is the success quotient. And 5 is the mastermind. Wyatt, as you know, in this section, I was taking Napoleon Hill's 15 Laws of Success and then having people calibrate their own lives according to those 15 laws, then look at other famous people to calibrate their lives, and then finally calibrating the lives of successful people in their sphere of influence to those 15 laws, with the end goal of being able to draw those successful people into a mastermind to help accomplish your goals faster. I recognize that you are the expert modeler and that you have in the past modeled successful or looked at successful entrepreneurs to see what made them successful. So what I'm very open to in this section is you to tell me, what I'm very open in this section is for you to tell me what things that you think people can calibrate their lives to, which are standards of success that they can compare other successful people to, and that they therefore look at other successful people in their sphere and bring them in. The end result that I'm looking for is people being able to calibrate the principles, the character traits that will generate success and end up with being able to meet with successful people. So if you would tell me if you have an idea about that and what you've done in the past, what you think could be effectively done here, I would be glad to incorporate that into this section. The other part of this section is then to be able to have form emails that would be sent out, or in case you didn't have the email, it would be a letter that would be sent out to these people you identified as successful, and to introduce the fact that you're studying famous people and that you see in their life the same thing that you see in these famous people, and you're wondering how did you learn these different things, and begin a dialogue. Once that dialogue has continued, then the person can send out another form letter which says, I'm having this mastermind, and it's much of the same what we've been doing with emails. It may incorporate a phone call or two, but I'd be honored to have you as someone in my life that I could mastermind with. For the children's version, they would, in story form, they would learn how to develop those success quotient principles into their life. In the stories, they would see their avatar having those things in his life, and then being able to mastermind with other people. They would be learning that also in the stories. This last NLP exercise, Wyatt, is concerning accomplishing their goals that they set, and I use this illustration of a 30-day goal. So the first 10 days is defying gravity, the second 10 days is overcoming resistance, and the third is acclimation. And the space shuttle is there to show the illustration that most of the fuel is spent in the beginning just trying to break away from gravity, and once that happens, a very small amount of fuel is necessary to keep it going. So the exercise that you create would be along the lines of being able to accomplish a goal. And during this program, they will set 3 different goals, each of them with 30-day increments. It can be the same goal, and the second time they set it is at a higher level, and the third at a higher level, or 3 totally individual goals. The last part of this video will explain how the Flash application is used to track their 7 different action items for each individual goal. And they'll be able to move the sliders over like you saw in earlier videos. It may be that I have it programmed where they could track that every single day in the 30-day period, and it would correspond to these 3 sections of defying gravity, overcoming resistance, and acclimation. If they did that, they could see how well they adhere to all 7 things in each of those categories. But nonetheless, that section will be that section will be used there for them to be able to track their goals. There are places where they can put in specific goals. Let's say they put in they lose 30 pounds, and now instead of the areas of their life, these are specific actions that will create traction. So it could be work out 30 minutes a day, eat 1,500 calories a day, eat 5 meals, plan my meals once a week, have accountability, drink 8 glasses of water. Now what they do is they rank each week where they are. If they had a perfect week, it's going to be like this. So let's say they did those activities 100%. These are the activities they didn't do. If they have accountability partners, anybody like that, they'll just click on the they'll just click on the avatar, and they can move the avatar to where they think they are. If it's lose 30 pounds and they're halfway there, they'll click it here. If they happen to do really bad, don't have any traction next week, they would move their avatar back and click it. As soon as they click it, it would send an SOS to the people in their email group, and it would say, I need traction. Another feature that's being added is problem solving. It's a very simple method with 4 questions that you answer, and it drills down to the solution for that problem.